Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we have some huge news coming out of the UFC world. Obviously, we are getting ready for UFC 280, I believe it is, this weekend, which is going to be Charles Oliveira against Islam Makhachev. This is going to be an absolute banger of a super fight. There's so many storylines coming into this whole thing. And just the winner of this is going to, I think this card's going to sell amazingly well. It's going to be so huge. It's going to be so insane. And the winner of this fight is going to be in such an insane position in their career. And it's also going to be very, very interesting to see what's going to happen to the loser. But what we have known for the past couple of weeks is leading into this fight, Alexander Volkanovski, has been talking about potentially moving up to the lightweight division, potentially wanting to challenge for that belt since he's kind of running laps around his division. You know, he hasn't lost a fight in quite some time. He's kind of beat everybody. He's beat Max Holloway 3 times. He's beat Brian Ortega. He beat Korean Zombie. You know, like there's not a lot of other really, really exciting matchups in his division at this time. We also knew that coming into this fight, he was going to be the replacement. If anything happened to Oliveira or Islam, Volkanovski was going to be ready to go. And hey, you know, we see this happen all the time. Every once in a while, the person actually gets a chance, but otherwise they're just kind of there for show. They get some money for showing up, making weight, all that stuff. And it's kind of them doing a favor to the UFC. And hey, hopefully this will give Volkanovski a shot at the lightweight title some point in the future. But what we found out today from Robbie Barstool, he posted this YouTube video where he had his own one-on-one interview with Dana White where they talked about all different kinds of stuff. Some of this other stuff I may even cover in future videos, but the biggest thing coming out of it was this tweet. Dana White confirms in this video that Alexander Volkanovski will receive the next shot at the lightweight championship. So they're not talking about, you know, him being the replacement for this fight. I mean, he is still going to be the replacement for this fight, but they're not talking about him being the replacement or being ready to go if something happens. They are saying the winner of Charles Oliveira and Islam Makhachev will be taking on Alexander Volkanovski after this fight. Now, who knows when that's going to be, if it's going to be like April, May, June, sometime in there, I would assume for next year. And who knows where that fight is going to take place. But man, especially because the winner of this fight between Charles and Islam, it's going to, I think, really accelerate their careers in crazy ways. Like I said, I think it's going to be a big card. I think the winner, especially if they get the like this fight finished in spectacular fashion, is really going to blow up in popularity, more so than these guys already are. And then doing a champ versus champ battle where Volkanovski is going to be going for double champ status, and either of these guys will be, you know, coming off a really, really big win and really big step in their career. This is going to be a super fight between Islam and Charles, and then another really, really fun, awesome super fight following up against Volkanovski. This is going to be crazy. We know that Volkanovski bulks up very well. He's been very, very heavy in his past before. Obviously, it's like the meme that everyone talks about. Now, he is going to have reach and heighted disadvantages and all this stuff, but again, Volkanovski has looked insanely dominant in his own division. You know, you can just see all the wins here. Chad Mendes, Jose Aldo, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega, Korean Zombie, Max Holloway again, and he's just been getting better and better and more dominant. Has not lost a mixed martial arts fight since 2013. I mean, it does seem like he is ready for that next step up in competition. It does seem like he is ready to move up in weight and see what happens. But again, he is just 5'6", so it'll be interesting to see how, you know, he's able to go up to 155, especially against the best at 155, not just, you know, the good 155ers, which I know he'd be able to hang with. I know he'd be able to beat a lot of those guys, but is he good enough, and is his frame and everything going to be good enough to be the champ at 155? I don't know, but I think, like I said, I think he's at a point in his career where he at least needs to take this chance, because what does he really gain by, you know, beating Brian Ortega again, or you know, beating one of the other top contenders who are already getting beat by Max Holloway and getting beat by Brian Ortega and all this stuff? There is a couple interesting and exciting names, but again, I think as far as his legacy and career and everything goes, and money, this is the thing that makes sense. Now, the people who are kind of upset by Dana White saying this right now are Beneil Dariush fans. Obviously, this is another guy that people have been pretty excited about recently overall. You know, he's not exactly my favorite. I think in some ways he can be a little bit boring sometimes, and I think that's why probably he is getting passed up in favor of, you know, other more exciting, more marketable fighters like Islam, like Alexander Volkanovski. But he is winning. He is getting the job done a lot. You know, he has not lost since 2018. He's got wins over Drew Dober, Diego Ferreira, Tony Ferguson most recently, but obviously has not been able to fight since May of 2021, and that's obviously not working in his favor either. But he does have an upcoming fight at UFC 280 with Gamrot as well, which is going to be a fun one. And if Dariush wins that, it's crazy that he is still not going to get his title opportunity. It will be interesting to see again how he gets that win done. If he gets some spectacular finish, he could be the next in line for after Volkanovski gets a shot at the belt, depending on how all that goes. But if he has like some decision victory, or it's boring, or even if he loses, then he's going to be pushing back his potential title chances even further. But I know there are a lot of Beneil fans that are very, very upset right now and are not happy with Dana White saying that Volkanovski is going to be getting the next shot at the title. Also, there are some other mad people because further down in this tweet, he says the winner of the Yan and O'Malley fight will also be getting the next shot at the bantamweight championship following UFC 280. So Cheeto fans are not too happy about that either. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. But until then, peace.